There's one huge indicator that's about to happen that will signal the official start of the bull run. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets, where the sun's shining, where the winds play. All the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni bringing the The FOMO index is inched down to 68 from yesterday's 72. Bitcoin dominance is 52.8%. 24-hour volume is 31 billion. The overall market cap is 1.28 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, what did the weekend do? Essentially nothing, which is what Bitcoin likes to do in this early bull market. But a big move is in the air, don't you think? Can you feel it? It feels like we're gonna see something big happen this week. After falling under the 20 moving average, Bitcoin found a bottom and a bounce at 33.3. Tried to rally above the 20. Got denied. Then finally got above her, picking out at 34.7. Then did a textbook flawless retest to flip the 20 into support, and is currently rallying at time of production 34.5. We have invalidated our cute little cup and handle pattern that could have played out to 36.5, but has continued to build out our bull flag, which plays out to 39K, which is fine by me. Now over on the ding dong, we're still very much respecting this ascending channel's resistance level, now acting as support. We're blushing from last week's bullish cross of the 20 over the 200, and are currently on the podium receiving the Golden Cross Award. For the 50 moving average, crossing bullish over the 200. 2 bullish crosses in less than a week is pretty bullish, my friends. And in celebration of said crosses, let's take a look at this giant bull flag we got going on right here. And the price probability of this pattern is, sing it with me now. Oh, you take the pole, you slide it all, the breakout point, and then we're all at 42K-ish, which is a 20% banger from here. Seems like a lot, but we're currently painting in 15% gains the past couple weeks, so she's not out of the question. Quick look at the Wookiee. Sees we closed the candle hella green yesterday, and in about a month or so, we're going to see the goldenest of golden crosses. On the weekly, as the 50 should be crossing bullish over the 200 moving average, save for the past 8 months, where we've been underneath the 200 moving average. The 50 has essentially been over the 200 since the 200's inception, so one might say that will be the official start of the bull run, although it's the humble opinion of this piano that she's already begun. And would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, but we're lucky enough to have them anyway. So get out there and knock them dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. And that's right, it's the long game. So So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee, join me for a quick one, and sing it with me now. I'll run the banks of boom to spank, Bitcoin, crypto, on and tea. Hey, whoa. Ching. Another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, are we, Mingo? No, we're not. But we're lucky enough to have them anyway. What did the weekend do? You know, essentially nothing, I guess. We kind of had a little bump this morning, but, you know, again, nothing to write home about. But I feel like it's in the right direction. And I do sense that there's something big happening. And, you know, I want to think it's, you know, it's to the upside, but I just feel like there's a lot of things that are coming to a head this week, both on, you know, macroeconomically speaking, a lot of the charts, the moving averages, etc., etc. Good morning, Colonel Crypto. Haas uns Fever. Misco, pianomattyb, OG. Storm Chasing Video, pianomattyb, OG. Kelly McBride, Brendan, Griff, Patrick Rushing, XRP, A11Y, Mark Stone, David Sony Music, pianomattyb, Christopher Squeaky McGee, Louis Bernard in South Africa, Bruce Mai, BC Alf in Alberta, pianomattyb, OG. Earth Scum, Mr. Andy Walk, MISSISSIPPI, Benji J, Chris Fabonio, Sneaky Pete Vaporizers. I had to push a little bit there on that one to get the whistle out. That's going to be my new groundhog type thing. If I get the whistle out, we're bullish. If I don't, maybe got to rethink things. David Richard, Mad Faded Baby, Ralphie, Old Fashioned Truth from Tennessee, Troy N, Das Peach, pianomattyb, OG, Old Fashioned Truth, Colonel Crypto, JP. I just jumped again. I'm George Duh. Elo Brown, Randy Abite, Dave Digital, Run DMC tryouts today. Yes, Eminem, Darren Kirby, Scotty Moe, pianomattyb, OG down in Boca Raton, King of all Tshirts, James Colte, Metal Family, Adam Buzzard, and Marty Byrne in Trinidad. Interesting. Paul Wood, John Foster Crypto in Memphis. Let me straighten this out here. What's going on here? Why is that Bitcoin crypto thing there? I don't know. I can't figure it out right now. 34.5. Hey, Chris Cole from Ireland. 34.5. This is essentially where we were on Friday. So she went up and down, tried to get up. Let's take a look, actually, before I'm just... Where did Mingo go? Mingo's gone. Is the sound back now? Muted. That's interesting. I didn't press anything. Let's see what's muted. How about now? How about now? How about now? No sound. Interesting. Let's figure it out. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Yes, yes, yes. Yep, yep, yep. Does that mean We're all good. That's weird. I didn't do anything. This audio is back on. I see. I fixed it. For some reason, when I switched to the 4-hour chart, it just muted. So we're back now. That only took about a minute. Jesus. Yeah, so Ben got really wrecked this weekend with that tweet about his girlfriend or his mistress or whoever you want to call it. It's not a good look. Not a good look. Anyway. So here we go underneath the 20 moving average. We pumped up and we look at that perfect retest right there. I should probably be a little bigger here. Why is it so small? No need. Even that's not that big. Right there. Perfect textbook retest of the 20 moving average. And now we're up. So that looks kind of like a little bit of a shooting star or candle. But look at that. That's nothing. All weekend long, just puttering around. Now, if one wanted to get a little bit technical analysis, pedantic, you could maybe draw some. Look at my lines are all different now. I had to reset this again because Binance is just so stupid. Binance. It's always laggy. And I forget. Then we got price action going up. MACD going down. It is technically a reversal bearish indicator. Even the MACD or the RSI is going down too. So there is some very small. That's a 4-hour chart though. She's a noisy little so-and-so. Normally would compare this pump to 2021 October pump and 40% retracement in coming months. 40% retracement. See, when we get far away from a retracement, which we haven't seen, we've essentially been pretty bullish since, I don't know, January kind of. We haven't really hit a lot of retracements, like massive, the sky is falling retracements. So if we were to hit a 40% retracement, let's see where 40% would take us from here. Oh, smaller, bigger than the 4-hour chart. Let's check out the ding dong. All right, Gata Life. I'll get back to that question in 1 second about the drinking. Let's see. Just take a quick look what 40% takes us. All the way down to 20K. Yeah. So if we hit 20K, there's a lot of Bitcoin bears that would be very happy that their prediction came true. And there'd also be a lot of investors that would be rather happy too. If it went down to 20K, I wouldn't be that upset. I mean, because we all know where it's going. We all know if it retraces 40%, that's a gift, because it's not like you were waiting to, or maybe you were, I don't know. Most people aren't waiting to take profits at 40K. 40K, I'm out. I'm done. I'm good. They're in for the bull run. So if it goes up and it comes down again, even 40%, it wouldn't shock me. But geez, I don't know. I don't know if it will. Gata Life, did you quit drinking cold turkey or did it take a process? I initially quit drinking on a agreement with a band. I was in a wedding band and it was June 1st of 2019. And we had a busy month. And a busy month for us, I said this in the video, but just to recap, a busy month for us is 3 to 4 gigs a week, all free booze to our heart's content. And our hearts were never content back then. Me and the drummer, Trevor, we're just the rhythm section. So I didn't have to be on par for all these things. I just had to back up the singer, which was fine. I sang about 30 to 40% of the songs, and it was easy for me. I could do it dead drunk, and I sometimes did. So we made a deal that we would start the month off dry and get out of the gates fresh. So by the time summer hit, we weren't like all haggard and sick of playing Brown Eyed Girl for the millionth time. And after the month, which wasn't that hard, because in my mind, I was just like, well, let's do it for a month. Who cares? I'd never done it before, mind you. So when I took a month off,
in 2019. It was the first time I had not drank in a month for, well, probably 30 years. Because I had always, even in high school, we drank every weekend. It's just what we did. We would, Friday, Saturday, drink 6 beers or whatever it was. So I've been doing that for 30 years. 30 years of research and development, R&D about how it affected me. And then, so after 30 days, I realized I'd never done that before. I didn't see that much of an upside. So I thought I'd carry it on as long as I could to see this glorious upside. And I didn't get one for a long time. It took me 6 months for basically kind of my cell memory to get rid of the toxins that is, the poison that is alcohol, I think, in my system. And then I felt unbelievable. John Foster Crypto, remember, treatment is a possibility and honestly sometimes necessary when it comes to drinking, depending on if your body is dependent. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I don't know if I was a horribly irresponsible drinker, because when I say that, I realize that's not completely true, because I did a lot of horribly irresponsible things while I was drinking. However, it wasn't ruining my life, so to speak. I was still, because my life was set up around drinking. I was in a band. I owned a nightclub. So the booze was kind of part of the program. So it was always there, and it was free. So there was never a financial de-incentive to drink. It wasn't like, so when I see people coming out to the Jimmy on the weekend and they're spending $100, to me that'd be like, Christ, $100 every weekend or twice a weekend, $200, $800. That's minimum like $100. Seems like a lot of money to be going. I think that if that was the case back in the day, it might have been, I might have quit earlier if it was a financial deterrent, but it never was. John Foster Crypto, I drink till I'm homeless. That's why I've been sober for 4 years. Congrats, John. I recommend it to everyone. I can't say enough good things about sobriety as a dad. I mean, it really is my superpower that I had not realized my whole life. I thought, partying and drinking was my superpower. Like, I was good at it. I was a pretty good partier. I could drink with the best of them. I had lots of fun. But after 30 years of R&D, I kind of realized that for every illusion of upside that alcohol gave me, because it was all somewhat of an illusion, there was 10 actual downsides that were compounding in the background. And they would just like, they would blow off every now and then, whether it was health or whether it was relationships or just the way life was going, energy level, et cetera, that would build up and compound. And then you'd have you start thinking again, maybe this isn't good. But again, I was really good at it. I could bounce back pretty well. But then as I got older, I couldn't bounce back. So hangovers became legendary, and they were just too much. I thought, why would I ever want to feel this way? Why am I willingly doing this to myself? That was the big realization. It's like, I'm doing this to myself. Like, I'm making myself feel bad. And so when I say legendary hangover, sometimes it would be like a 3-day, or like first day would be physically feel ill, right? And then go to bed, wake up the next day, feel better, but not 100%. But then kind of emotionally and mentally not there. I'm not myself. I'm not inspired. I'm not shooting for the moon. You know what I mean? I'm still behind the 8 ball, so to speak, trying to get better, getting back to zero, right? Which just baseline. So I didn't want to do that anymore. And plus I was a dad again, and I wanted to provide a example that life without drinking is a superpower. I wanted him to see that. And I don't necessarily think it will reflect. He'll choose whatever he wants to do. But right now, if I had to wager on drink, he sees people drinking now, and he'll be like, Dana, why are they doing that to them? Do they not like themselves? Stuff like that. So he kind of understands that there is a decision and a consequence to drinking, even though he's 8. So when I think of the generation now, drinking's different because for my generation, Gen X, we were brought up with booze. It was just natural. It was everywhere. Sad booze, happy booze, celebratory booze, win booze, lose booze. Everything was booze, right? So when I just grew up with it and it was very natural. But I feel like the next generation, like I have a younger sister who's 24, I think 22, 24, something like that. And her generation, majority of them, there's outliers that still probably give her, but the vast majority don't look at drinking the way we did or I did. They look at drinking as almost, why would you almost die on a Saturday night? Which is a good question because you don't really think, am I trying to kill myself with all this booze? Because that's not your intention. Your intention is to feel amazing with all this booze. But I tell you this, right? And I was always working too, which is the strangest part. I never really partied outside of a work environment, whether I was playing in a band or I would bartend at the Green Room, which was the club that me and my buddies owned. So when I would bartend, I could only do it drinking. So it was quite normal for me to drink upwards of 20 drinks in a night. Like, think about that. 20 drinks, but be it like, so shooters, right? Because people would come and buy me shooters and I would only drink vodka shooters. No matter what they bought me, I would just pour vodka in it. And there was a decision I could have made where, well, I'll just put water in my vodka shooter. But no. I would drink the vodka. Plus, I would always have my own, double vodka water sitting by the till the whole night. It's just unbelievable. As I'm telling the story, I realize how insane it was. And so I was always, I could do math. I could still function to what I thought I was. It was dark, so no one could really see how probably drunk I was getting, but I could do it. And that was probably the blessing and the curse, that it never really affected me professionally. Although now that I play music, so there's me playing music professionally now, and there's sober, and there's me playing professionally back then drunk. And I would have to say that I wasted about, maybe my entire life playing drunk, because you think you're better. You're just because you kind of have these delusions. Oh, I'm sounding great. I'm looking great, but you really aren't. You're feeling better. But you're probably singing out of tune, and I still sing out of tune sober, but I can play. I would never be able to say do the 2.5 hour concerts I do on Friday, Saturday. That would never happen. I would challenge any singer who's drinking to sing 2.5 hours. It's just physically impossible because you just dry out and you start singing incorrectly and moving incorrectly, and it'll just have a detrimental effect on your voice, not only that night, but then the recovery, you wouldn't be able to do it the second night. So, I mean, that's where the superpower comes in. Knock on wood. I mean, at any time, something could go wrong with your voice. It's just, especially as you get older, you're not really supposed to sing at this age well. If you look at all your favorite rock stars, they generally kind of go down. But I feel like I'm happy with most of the days I'm singing. Dave Digital, I'm comfortable still smoking bud and tobacco, wanting that I do it because I want to. I know for sure if I didn't want to, then I'd quit. Yep. Smoking's a whole different one. We talked about how I quit smoking because I smoked years ago too. And that was, I'm not going to tell that story. If you want, we'll talk about it another time. But, and if anybody ever wants to quit smoking, just ask me for the quit smoking story and I bet you will quit. Brock Deal quit drinking 3.5. Where did that go? Come on. Quit 3.5 months ago, waiting for that magical 6-month mark when the clouds part. Yeah, Brock, listen, it's different for everybody. It could be quicker. It could be longer. It's all depends on, I guess maybe your body, how much you drank and what you're doing. Like, are you more physical now? Or are you less physical? I don't know. There's a million factors I could switch it, but guaranteed you will feel better. And I think interestingly enough, I think the bounce back starts up here. Like mentally you start feeling better. It's like the clouds kind of get over it or they dissipate and then you start feeling physically better. But it kind of has to happen up here. And it did for me anyway. That's when I first started feeling better. And then everything you can expect will ask for that story tomorrow. Well, yeah, it has to do with government control, obviously. And that's how I never looked back. Anyone who says they aren't addicted to THC, then quit for a week and come tell me you feel. Well, in tune, I also smoked tons of weed too. I was not a pothead, I suppose, but I smoked probably. Who knows? Was it every day? I don't know. I was a take it or leave it type of guy, but I always said I cycled in and out just naturally. I would all of a sudden be, smoking weed a lot, and then just naturally I would cycle out, and it was never a plan. I just not want to do it anymore. I don't know why. I still don't know why. Mad faded baby, say it ain't so. I've had a relapse. I'm back on milk and sugar in my coffee. Yeah, well, that's like I said, it takes a couple times. That the next time you go for the black border, so to speak, and then you relapse, you'll be like, okay, I just want some cream in my coffee and sugar, and you'll be like, oh, you know what? I don't think I like that. Old-fashioned truth, I want to stop smoking and tobacco. Come on, work with me here. It's not easy, folks. I'm stubborn too, so that doesn't help. I love smoking things, but it's just real bad for us. I want to stick an edibles and no cig. Yeah, well, remind me tomorrow. We'll go over the quitting smoking story. It's a classic, and I've told it to people. They've said, I'm done. But then they forget and they go back. I sometimes think that cigarettes may be the hardest drug to quit because it's constant. It's almost like you're always smoking all day long. It's not like you just have one at night and go away. And it's usually attached to things like, coffee or drinking, et cetera, et cetera. I don't see it much anymore though in Winnipeg. I'm always surprised when I find out someone smokes in Winnipeg. To me, it's like when they text me and it's green, I'm like, oh, geez, is that, yeah? Are you on a Samsung? Are you an Android user? Are you smoking? That's what I always think when I say that. Take a look at these moving averages after that long rant. So we have the 20. Already crossed. It's supposed to be yellow. Do I really have to go back and do all this stuff? And we got the 50 crossing the 200. Squeaky McGee, I think you need good coffee first. I can barely drink Starbucks with a lot of sugar and milk. Yeah, Starbucks is the worst. I could never drink Starbucks. I never do. I would just not drink coffee if it was from Starbucks. The weekly, this is the big one though. Let's get a little more zoomed in here. So we've already seen this happen. The 20 go over the 200. But this is the goldenest. This 50 moving average is going to cross the 200. I don't know, 6 weeks or so. A little happy face. 6 weeks. And we haven't seen the 50 cross over the 200 basically none of us have seen it, because if you go back, I know I can't even go back on Binance, the 200 moving average. They quit. They stop it, right? But if you go to Trading View, you'll see on the weekly, you can go back and 2015, 14, it gets so, I mean, you could stretch it out, but basically the 50 moving average is above the 200, and we go through the bull run, and then we just come back 8 weeks ago. Let's get, where is this? Oh no, January. This is January right here, 2023. And that was the first time we went under the 200, I'm going to say, in its history. Now, there may be some minced words between 2010, 2014, right? And we spent this whole time. So once we get cruise back over this 200 moving band, come on, you're right in the way here. Over the 200 moving average, that in my books is, officially the start of the bull market. That's when, the indicators are signaling. Although I still think that we are in a bull market for sure. And now, one last thing. I think I wrote a jingle for this part. Do I remember it? Nothing to see here. We're gonna sweep this under the rug. Just move along. It's a jingle for Nothing to See Here. And you've probably seen this by now, but there's a ton of these whale alerts. Over $1 billion of USDT has been put onto exchanges. You got to ask yourself, why do they put it onto exchange? To buy. Obviously, not all of it's going to buy Bitcoin, but I'm thinking most of it will. And $1 billion, if anyone knows the last time we've seen $1 billion move onto Binance over a weekend, let me know. And I think we'll bookend with the jingle. Nothing to see here, we gonna sweep this under the rug. Move along. We'll see if that stands the test of time. A lot of things that I start, I think are good ideas. And then, maybe they're not. Brendan, wanting to live a life of congruence allowed me to quit smoking. You need a life goal. You need a life goal to make it an easy choice. Works for alcohol too. Change who you think you are to who you wish to be. That's a great point. I always say, you're going to, did we hit 100 likes? Oh, we're going to get Duke here. Perfect. Thank you, Dave Digital. Dave Digital, big thanks this weekend on the piano stream. You really pushed people to help build it. I appreciate that, because it's kind of like, for it to grow, it is it's a community effort. Tell people, share the link, etc. So we could see a change with you being there. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's get Duke here. What was I finished? Oh yeah, that was Brendan. I always say it's hard to change for somebody. You have to really want to do it yourself, or else you'll kind of go back to your old ways. For me, Mad Faded Baby, the piano stream was fire. Thanks. We had a lot of fun. It was a good night. It was a good weekend. Together we grow, Dave Digital. That's right. I know what happened. Oh, no, I don't. I got to mute it here. The fact we're all nerds makes my wife more endeared. Interesting point. Randy Abite, yes, Dave Digital was very active in the chat. Yeah, well, it's what it needs. I know that Dave is a big builder of other people's channels. He's mods in a lot of channels, so it's really the difference. It allows a lot of people. Oh, hi, buddy. To that would normally go to the channel, just get the alert. I know he went into some forums and stuff. Are you gonna wear the hat? Oh, nice hat, buddy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's get you back in the studio here. Let's do some quick shout outs. First off, Okay, let's start with Dave Digital.
Hi, Dave Digital.
Randy a Bite.
Hi, Randy a Bite.
Wick.
Hi, Wick.
Old Fashioned Truth.
Hi, Old Fashioned Truth.
Bruce My.
Hi, Bruce My.
Mad Faded Baby.
Hi, Mad Faded Baby.
Mad Faded Baby. Notice lots of ladies come up and give you the hard stare, just begging for some attention while you're playing the piano. Well, a lot of people don't understand. If I'm not singing, I'm playing the drums and I can't really talk. I can sometimes, depending on it, but Old Fashioned Truth.
Hi, Old Fashioned Truth.
Total Clinic Solutions.
Hi, Total Clinic Solutions.
Our good friend Misco, a pianomattyb OG in West Virginia.
Wait, why is there why was there a diamond?
Because he's a diamond OG.
How?
Well, because he's been supporting the channel for a long time.
And what's after Diamond OG?
That's a good question. I haven't figured that out yet. DJ Morgan.
Hi, DJ Morgan.
Total Clinic Solutions.
Hi.
Storm Chasing Video. Ava Angel. I noticed Ava Angel was at the piano stream. Thanks for tuning in. Both nights. Gata Life.
Hi, Gata Wife.
6 months. That's right. Every 6 months.
Misco.
For 6 months, it's you get your diamond pianomattyb OG. Thank you very much, Misco. Much appreciated. Okay, Duke, sing us out, buddy. Let me get you some sweet reverb here. Not too loud, buddy.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
We're playing the same. We're playing the same game.
No, it's way up high. Hey, it's way up high.
We're playing the same game as a psychopathic what the That's right, it's a one game. So zoom up and have a fantastic day. Around the bank, you boom the spank. Bitcoin, crypto, money, TA.
Hey, can you do sound check? Quick rendition to sound check.
Sound check, baby, it's a sound check. I'm gonna check this mic, so you should check yours too.
Okay, good job. Back to school. Thank you, Duke.
I'm not having school to this day. I'm not having school. I want to have school, so I'm not.
Yeah, you're gonna have school. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, everybody. See you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Make sure you like and subscribe.